number 10, Keyshawn Gilbert.
He's on the floor for the starters for the Rebels, along with Jordan McCabe, Justin Webster, Luis Rodriguez, who the transfer from the University of Mississippi, who I think is going to be terrific.
Oh, boy.
And David Mwoka at center. It'll be Mwoka and Sukman Sandhu for the opening tip. And we are ready to go from Vancouver. Sandhu wins the tip, and Keyshawn Gilbert immediately steals it, and it goes to Justin Webster. He gives it to McCabe, moving from left to right into the front court, and a whistle immediately. We should tell you that we are playing FIBA rules. 10-minute quarters, limited timeouts, slightly different three-point line, but
goaltending.
A couple of other things that apply, but the clock stopped, or the referee blew the whistle because there was a problem with the clock. They fixed it, and the Rebels ready to inbound now. It looks as if the T-Birds are going to play a little 2-3 zone to get started. Keyshawn Gilbert with the ball out top on the right side, gets it into Rodriguez, turns and fires from 15 feet, knocks it down. Luis Rodriguez is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
The kid's athletic. He's going to be able to play. Finds the soft spot in that zone, able to knock down that too.
T-Birds with the basketball now. Jack Cruz Dumont drives right side and lays it in. As the Rebels had a defensive lapse, we're tied at 2 here in the first 30 seconds of the game. Keyshawn Gilbert gets a pass from McCabe in the front court, back to Jordan out top. 2-2 tie in the first minute. Hands to Webster. Webster to Rodriguez, back to McCabe. McCabe cuts across, then comes back to the left side, out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to the elbow on the left side, steps back, over to Gilbert. 4 on the shot clock, 3 on the shot clock. Keyshawn launches a 3 and knocks it down. Keyshawn a long 3, and boy, that's a good sign.
And the kid that ended the season last year on a miss from three-point line in the conference tournament comes out to start off this new season here, even though it's exhibition with the 3.
5-2 Rebels in this first of 4 10-minute quarters. Akin Kumi, a real athletic kid, on the left side, throws a cross-court pass to Dumont, out top to Woods, who shoots a 3, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound to Akin Kumi, throws up a wild shot. That's no good, and Rodriguez grabs it and heads the other way. 5-2 Rebels, 8:35 to go. Rodriguez out top, left side to Gilbert. Gilbert crosses over, steps back, and gets knocked down, got hit across the bridge of the nose. Keyshawn as tough as they come. Will get up. Akin Kumi saying, I didn't hit him that hard. And it'll be Rebel ball out of bounds, baseline left side. McCabe to inbound, 14 on the shot clock. Gets the ball to Webster in the left corner. He shoots a 3, no good. Offensive rebound is grabbed by the hustling Keyshawn Gilbert. Out to McCabe. His 3 is good. Rebels 2 for 3 from 3, and they lead 8-2 early.
And again, Keyshawn Gilbert sticking his nose in there, getting an offensive rebound, getting his team another opportunity.
Keyshawn Gilbert gets absolutely leveled by a screen in the backcourt. The big man Sandhu misses a 3, and Luis Rodriguez comes away with the rebound. Quickly up ahead to Keyshawn. Down the left side, comes underneath. Cross court to Webster, and a whistle as Justin launched the shot. I guess he put his foot on the sideline.
That false step.
Stepped out of bounds. 7:50 to go here in the first quarter. And remember, it's also, the Rebels have to be aware it's a 24-second shot clock, not a 30-second clock. It's the NBA clock. FIBA rules. All right, Dumont with the ball out top right side for British Columbia, University of British Columbia. Cross-court pass from Sandhu. Driving the lane is the guard Woods, and he lays it in over Mwoka. And Kevin Kruger and staff are not going to be happy with a couple of straight-line drives to the basket. McCabe passes inside to Mwoka, puts it off the glass too hard. Nice pass by Jordan McCabe, and David, I think, a little surprised that he had a free lane to the basket. Webster deflects the pass, but it gets to Sandhu out top. Now left side, the ball to Dumont, shoots a 3, no good. Rodriguez all alone for the rebound. Gives the ball to Gilbert. Keyshawn up the floor, 7 to go. Rebels lead 8-4 in the first quarter. Keyshawn working the right side, comes to the elbow, shoots a 15-foot jumper and knocks it down. Keyshawn looks really smart.
Yeah, and we talk about Keyshawn Gilbert. The kid's worked a lot on his outside shot, but I think one thing for him, he's played in that Desert Rain Summer Pro-Am, and that's just an opportunity to get comfortable with the ball and making shots and making plays, and he's done that so far tonight.
Sandhu to Dumont. Dumont across the top of the key, right side to Woods. Woods, cross-court pass out to Sandhu, shoots a 3 and knocks it down. Big man could shoot. Keyshawn didn't get a hand in his face. And it's 10-7 Rebels. 6:25 to go. Rodriguez had the ball right up his back. Flips the ball back now to McCabe near the 10-second line. Jordan comes left side, down the lane, in the corner to Rodriguez. Open for a 3, it's short. Rebound tipped away And McCabe comes away with it. Fakes the three. Now to a cutting Webster. A runner off the glass, no good. Milwaukee tips the rebound out to Webster. It goes to Gilbert. Gilbert right side to Rodriguez. Rodriguez way outside to McCabe. Fakes the three and gets fouled. Foul on Dumont. Second team foul on the T-Birds. 5:56 to go in the first quarter, and first substitutions for the Rebels. And everybody's going to play, everybody who is able to play. So a wholesale
line change.
New five for the Rebels as Shane Noel, Isaiah Cottrell, Elijah Parquet, Jackie Johnson, and Keyshawn Hall, the freshman, the lone freshman on the team, have checked into the game. Rebels lead 10-7. Jackie Johnson on the left side. Jackie drives left side, using that strength, puts it up with the left hand, and in 12-7 Rebels. Jackie's just so strong.
Oh, he is
the transfer from Duquesne.
He is just a ball of fire there. Tries to mix it up, while attack, offensively create shots for his teammates. Going to be a lot of fun for this group.
5.5 to go. 12-7 Rebels here in the first quarter. Woods passes cross court to Lizdek, who's in the game, and now a three and a foul as the big man Sandu tried a three. Was fouled by Cottrell, closing out, and it will be 3 free throws coming up for Sandu.
You talked earlier about, John, about the Coach Kevin Kruger probably not being happy with this couple straight line drives. And as many times as we've been to workouts over the summer and these 10 practices they had leading up to this, we know that the focus for this group has been defense. And that's going to be something that they're going to focus on not just now, but throughout the course of the season with the roster that they have and the style that they want to play. But again, closing out, you've got to make sure that they're attacking high, chopping those steps, but they don't want middle drives. And 2 times they've had middle drives, not just straight line, but straight line middle drives, which really collapse that defense, get drives and kicks. So again, a couple of things that Kevin's not going to be happy about that his team has shown so far.
Sandu makes the first 2. Makes it 12-9. They have not updated the scoreboard yet. Made all 3. And now a substitution for UBC. James Lee Jerome. Oh, nice name. He checks. All right, Jackie Johnson into the front court to Parquet. Out top to Noel, left side to Johnson. Johnson comes down the left side, behind the back pass to Cottrell. He shoots a 3 and he knocks it down. Isaiah, really talented, coming home from the Bishop Gorman product, and he can really shoot it.
Yeah, and that's something, again, Isaiah Cottrell, he brings to the table. He's not just a big guy. He can go inside and out. He can knock down shots. Here gets the steal, now leading the break in transition for the Rebels.
Cottrell down the right side. Cottrell across the lane, tries a pass inside to Parquet, and the ball, I think, deflected into the basket. Yeah. Did it count? It's 15-10, and let's see if they count it. A blocking foul, and I don't think they counted the basket.
Yeah, they're counting that. He said they think they're only giving him one
shot.
Well,
they didn't count Cottrell's 3. It should be 17-10 because they counted the basket. It should be 17-10. They missed Cottrell's 3, and the free throw by Parquet is no good. So it should be 17-10. The scoreboard turns 14-10. Now Sandup drives. Sandup gets fouled. Parquet coming over, I believe, called for the foul. But again, another UBC player able to get a step on the Rebels heading to the basket.
Yeah, and again, in this situation, again, it was Isaiah Cottrell closing out on Sandu, who's already knocked down a three-point shot, got fouled on the three-point shot. But for a position with him, just like when the Rebels, if they have Isaiah Cottrell out there last year, Royce Ham was able to knock down a couple three-pointers. When you have a big that can knock down shots, all that does is make the defense have to honor you, have to guard you. So then when they close out long because you can knock down that shot, it allows you to get that step. And in this case, again, Isaiah was worried about the 3, not able to recover. But that's where you have to have that early help side defense to make sure you're deterring that drive.
Free throw by Sandup is good. He made them both. Scoreboard turns 14-12. It should be 17-12. We'll correct that. There they got it.
There it is.
One of the Rebel coaches, I think, went over. 17-12 Rebels, 4:25 to go. Noel over to Johnson on the left side. Johnson, a long 3. It's short. Cottrell underneath for the offensive rebound. Throws a pass that hit the bottom of the backboard, trying to hit Keyshawn Hall out top. And the Rebels turn it over. 4:10 to go. 17-12 UNLV. As Woods being hounded by Parquet. Parquet, the transfer from the University of Colorado. Another transfer with a very high defensive pedigree. Out top, Lizdek to a cutting Jerome underneath. He got away from Cottrell for the reverse layup. It was a really nice pass. And it's 17-14. Jackie Johnson front court. Jackie working his way into the lane. Out to Noel. Noel's three is good. Rebels shooting it very well from three. 20-14 UNLV. As Woods has it out front. Over to Lisdeck. Now the left side. It goes to Matthews, who's in the game. Underneath to Jerome. Jerome has it knocked away. Out of bounds off of Jerome. Nice defense inside by Parkett. And the Rebels get the ball back up 20-14 with 3:26 to go here in the first quarter. A little pressure in the backcourt shown by the Thunderbirds. Now they back out of it as Jackie Johnson, the transfer from Duquesne, into the front court. Jackie puts on the Jets, drives, lays it high off the glass and in. No chance for Lisdeck to stay with it.
And I'm trying to think the last time the Rebels have had a point guard like that is just lightning fast at the point. I mean, Jovan Mooring, but it wasn't even that type of quickness with the ball. I mean, it goes back to maybe Jarrell Blasingame, who was lightning fast with the basketball. Going to be a good thing for the Rebels.
Now Woods with a runner off the back iron and in as he went right past Parkett with a pump fake. Keyshawn Hall quickly the other way. Keyshawn drives, lays it up and in. Nice job by Keyshawn staying under control. 22-16 UNLV.
Keyshawn Big Guard Hall out in transition.
Keyshawn Hall is, and they just for some reason added 2 more points to UBC's score. So the score doesn't really matter that much.
That's not about that.
I guess not. 24. Now it's 24-18. Okay, a 3 from the left corner is no good by Matthews. Rebound by Parkett, and then the Rebels mishandle the ball in the backcourt. And you're going to see some of that miscommunication, etc., early on. 24-16, Rebels, 2:24 to go.
And that's the big thing. We talked about guys getting comfortable with each other. I think a lot of it is to know, like in that situation, if I'm Eli, I'm just going to get the ball and attack and let Jackie run the lane. Try to figure out where can you be most successful on the court. But you got to figure out your teammates and see how it's going to really operate and how they're going to mesh.
Okay, they fixed the score. 24-16 now. It's like the Dow Jones, always moving. Woods into the lane, puts it off with a heel of his hand. It goes in, and a blocking foul on Keyshawn Gilbert. Keyshawn entered the game for Isaiah Cottrell.
But again, in that situation, we're coming off a high, weak side curl, able to get to your strong hand, right hand down the lane. There's no help off that screen. In that case, again, Keyshawn Gilbert trying to come over from the weak side, try to take that charge, but out of position a little late because, again, there should be a hedge on that weak side high curl.
In practice, all the guys do is talk on defense.
Yeah.
In a game,
nobody.
Silence.
Nobody. And Coach Peary, he made a good comment about a week ago at practice. He said, you know, all you guys want to play longer and play in the NBA, make millions, and the guys that do that, they always talk.
Yep.
They're the ones that talk. So if they can talk, you guys should be able to talk right now. So I think, again, going to have to try to tap into that to make sure they're more vocal defensively.
Keyshawn to Parkett. Now back to Gilbert. Back to Noel. A 3, the left-hander up, back iron, no good. The rebound goes to Brian Wallach. 24-19 Rebels, under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ball out to Dumont. Dumont back to Jerome. Jerome top of the key. Now to Woods. Woods with Parkett on him with 8 on the shot clock. Rebels switch. Johnson. Now a bad pass or a tough pass inside goes right through Wallach's hands. The Rebels take it away. Noel with it. Noel down the lane. Noel goes up and has the ball slip out of his hands for a dunk, but the rebound is knocked out of bounds by the T-Birds. It'll be Rebel ball. Noel was going to tomahawk that thing, and the ball just slipped out of his hand.
I don't know if I can understand that. I don't know if it's me or the lotion I use there, but it feels a little humid, a little moist on this table.
It's warm in this gym,
It is warm. I don't know if they got the air on.
I don't know that they have air. This is Vancouver, British Columbia.
This is true. Now, being from the Pacific Northwest, I understand because barely anybody in Tacoma or Seattle has air conditioning.
And it's been really warm up here.
It has.
Keyshawn Hall gets the inbounds pass, bulls his way in, puts it off the glass, and gets fouled. No basket. Ball actually rimmed out, but Keyshawn will go to the line and shoot two. Keyshawn Hall is such a fascinating young player. He's the only freshman on this team. He's a kid from Cleveland who kind of blew up this summer on the circuit. He came to school and he's listed at 6'7", 240. See, what do we have him listed at? 6'7", 250. He's lost weight since he's been here. He's got incredible skills on the court, but it's going to be interesting to see how he adjusts because he was so much bigger and stronger than everybody in high school as he knocks down the first free throw, 25-19.
Yeah, and again, The kid is very talented. I mean, he's self-proclaimed nickname is Big Guard
He's
for a good
big.
reason because he's big, but he likes to play guard. I guess they used to try to throw him down on the inside like most people do when you're tall and you're young. But he can handle the ball. He can shoot the ball. He can do everything on the court. I think the one thing he's going to have to do is understand the level of play and the level of competition at the college level. But then also I think just figure out his body, how to best utilize it to be successful in the court. But he's already done such a good job of it over the course of the 6 weeks that he's been in Vegas.
He made both free throws, 26-19. Woods gets fouled by Keyshawn Gilbert on the spin move at the foul line. Keyshawn with a hold. I believe that's the second personal on Gilbert. It is. Isaiah Cottrell also picked up 2 early fouls. He has re-entered the game, however. So everybody has gotten on the court thus far for the Runnin' Rebels who's eligible as Woods makes the free throw. Makes it 26-20. Cameron Burst, who's a walk-on, is the only player who is suited up who has not played yet. 1:09 to go in the first quarter. Woods makes them both. And Jordan McCabe has re-entered the game as well, along with Luis Rodriguez. So the Rebels have the starting 5 back out there now with Justin Webster as well. Ball handed to Rodriguez, out to Webster, now back to McCabe. Now to Mwoka. Mwoka flips the ball to Webster. Webster at the top of the key, out to McCabe, only 4 on the shot clock. McCabe will have to launch a 3. No good. Loose ball rebound grabbed by Dumont. I think the 24-second shot clock is something the guys aren't used to. Good cross-court pass out to Woods, who shoots a 3. That's no good. And the rebound knocked out of bounds, and it goes to UBC with 34 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, and you mentioned the 24-second shot clock. In that case, you just got to get the ball out of the backcourt and advance quicker in that situation because you lose those 6 seconds. They don't seem like a lot, but in terms of getting your offense set and having time to execute, it's a big difference.
All right, in the front court with the basketball, Woods backs away from Webster on the left side, now comes left side, steps back. Mwoka comes out on him. Cross-court pass out to Dumont. Dumont with 1 on the shot clock, off-balance shot, no good. But the rebound goes to Jerome as he takes it away from Luis Rodriguez, and a bucket for UBC. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Rebels lead 26-23. Keyshawn Gilbert quickly down the floor, puts up with the left hand and in. And Keyshawn gives the Rebels a 28-23 lead. 2 seconds to go. A wild 3 put up by Woods, and that's the way the quarter ends. 28-23, Runnin' Rebels with a 5-point lead. And the most important part is everybody got in that first quarter. Got a taste and got to shake off maybe a little bit of the rust and the airplane funk that the Rebels have from their very, very late departure and late arrival here this afternoon. So a 5-point Rebel lead, 28-23. Back with the second quarter after this. You're listening to Runnin' Rebel Basketball from Canada on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.
Findlay Toyota presents Runnin' Rebels game action. John Sandler has the call.
All right, back here in Vancouver, second quarter. And with the ball, Dumont for the Thunderbirds. Gives it over to Wallach. Now back out to Woods. Rebels lead 28-23 after the first quarter. Woods out top right side, watched by Mwoka. Shoots a 3 over him and hits it. David kind of let that set shot go. 28-26. The Rebel lead is 2. McCabe will bring it up. Rebels with 4 starters on the floor. As McCabe comes right side, kicks the ball out to Parquet. Parquet, the only non-starter on the floor. And right now, it really doesn't matter who's starting. Luis Rodriguez shoots a 3 from the left side. Rebound tipped by Mwoka right to Justin Webster. Good hustle, and Justin lays it in. 30-26 UNLV. Woods the other way. Woods dribbling on the left side to Jerome. Jerome out top, hands back to Woods. Woods still dribbling out top, now comes right side, bumps with Mwoka. Woods reverses, comes in the lane, and Mwoka rejects that shot out of bounds. 3 on the shot clock. And substitutions for UBC. David Mwoka improving every time he steps on the floor.
Yeah, and it's good to see David, take that next step. Obviously, last year he got the privilege to battle against Mr. Royce Ham on the inside every day in practice. And I think that he definitely learned from that and took major strides forward. And I think it's a position where he's going to try to establish himself inside defensively and, again, have a chance to make sure he's rolling to the rim and doing things offensively as well.
Woods comes off a screen, shoots a 3, and it's an air ball, and the shot clock should have ended, yeah. So the shot clock violation is UBC was grabbing the rebound. And the Rebels with a 4-point lead, 30-26, 8:53 to go here in the second quarter. Jordan McCabe calls out a play. Isaiah Cottrell has checked in. Rodriguez has gone to the bench. Webster catches on the left side, brings it out top to Cottrell. Cottrell, a couple of dribbles on the right side, out top to Mooka. So Cottrell and Mooka on the floor at the same time. McCabe with a 17-foot jumper from the left side is no good. And the rebound goes to UBC. 8.5 to go. Dumont quickly in the front court out to Sandup. Big guy can shoot. He made another one. And the Rebels have to find the three-point shooters as UBC knocking them down from the outside, 30-29. McCabe drives, stops, fall away 14-footer, barely grazed iron. Jordan didn't share the ball that time, and he's going to come out of the game as Jackie Johnson will check in. Woods, cross-court pass out to Morency. Morency hands to Dumont. Dumont with 10 on the shot clock. Out to Sandup, fakes the three. Back to Dumont. Dumont with 5. Steps into a 3. That's no good. Cottrell with the rebound. Gives the ball to Justin Webster. Under 8 to go here in the second quarter. Rebels lead 30-29. Cottrell. Right side to Parquet. Parquet reverses. Back to Mooka now. Mooka drives baseline, feeds Cottrell. Cottrell fumbles, has it knocked away, and gets fouled. Foul's going to be called on Akinkunmi, Toby Akinkunmi. And it's a pretty physical ball game for an exhibition game.
Yeah, I think both teams are trying to establish themselves, but I also think the T-Birds are trying to prove that they're no slouch. I mean, obviously, they're in a position where they're not a Division I basketball school by NCAA standards, but they're trying to mix it up on the inside and almost trying to intimidate the Rebels.
Hey, fans, thank you to the great folks at Bell Limousine and Buses. Go to belllimousine.com the next time you need a limo, SUV, charter, or party bus transportation.
Yeah.
belllimousine.com.
It's my birthday coming up soon. I might have to get me a party bus
I
or
think
something.
you should.
Okay, I know who to call.
Jackie Johnson inbounds, gives the ball to Parquet. A jumper from the right side is no good. And Jackie knocks the ball away from Morency, but it goes to Dumont. Under 7.5 to go. Rebels still lead 30-29 in a little bit of a scoring drought right now. Parquet hounding Woods out top. Gets picked off by a screen, but Cottrell is there. Woods back out top to Sandup. Back to Woods with 7 on the clock. Woods, top of the key, now tries to come right side, and Parquet is going to bail him out with a holding foul, putting his hands on Woods. Didn't have to do it.
Hey, one thing I'm thinking about here is in terms of the Rebels have had some lapses defensively, and obviously they want to have a focus defensively in terms of that's where they want their identity to be. But I think at the end of this exhibition tour, these 3 games, they're going to be able to see what they did on the film and say, wow, okay, we thought we were playing hard. We need to step it up even more. So this could be a good starting point for them to see what they really need to do night in and night out.
Keyshawn Hall guarding Morency along with the basket. Morency drives, kicks it back to Sandup, who's open. This time he missed it. Cottrell rebounds and gives the ball to Jackie Johnson. Johnson left side to Webster. Transition 3 by Justin is way too long, and the ball ricochets off of Parquet, but I guess it was knocked out of bounds by Matthews standing behind him. Rebels get the ball back. They put 14 on the clock in FIBA rules on a play like that. So the Rebels get the ball with 14 on the clock. Jackie Johnson into Webster. Webster, a 3 from the left side, is no good. And the Rebels have gone cold now as they've missed their last 5 or 6 shots, still leading 30-29. Rebels are going to have to start calling screens in the backcourt. Now a reach-in foul by Isaiah Cottrell, and that's just a silly foul. Isaiah out in the middle of the floor picks up his 3rd.
And I'm going to tell you right now, all it's going to take is one guy getting cleaned up, kind of like Keyshawn did, because Rene Rougeau used to do that on my team back when I played. And if he get laid out, coach would tell him to go yell at your teammates because your teammates leaving you out to dry like that. You've got to be up there at the level of the screen to make sure he doesn't get blindsided. And so, again, that's just making sure the guys are communicating and committed to what they're doing defensively, full court, not just half court.
Shane Noel, Keyshawn Hall have checked in. Ball out to Sandup. He's alone again for a 3, and he hit it. Keyshawn late getting out there. And UBC with their first lead of the game, 32-30.
And it's almost they see what's happening. They're just not recognizing quick enough. In that case, Keyshawn Hall knew he had to rotate to Sandu on that skip for a 3, but they're just not able to see it and make it happen quick enough.
Jackie Johnson drives, puts up a shot. It's an air ball. Jackie from about 2 feet away just threw it straight up in the air. 6 minutes to go. Rebels down 2 now, 32-30. Sandup, another 3. This time no good. And a bevy of Rebels battled for it. Keyshawn Hall comes away with it, and Keyshawn heads up the floor. Keyshawn into the front court, top of the key. Keyshawn working on Jerome. Kicks the ball right side to Cottrell. He's open for a three. That's no good. Jackie Johnson trying to fight for the rebound, but he's not big enough to grab it. And Dumont heads the other way. Dumont kicks the ball out to Matthews. They work it around left side to Woods. Woods left alone for a three. He hit it. Keyshawn Hall just kind of standing there thinking he was going to drive, and it's 35-30. The Rebels have been outscored, I believe, 9-0 over this stretch. 35-30 with 5:15 to go. Ball out top in the hands of Shane Noel. Now to Jackie Johnson. Jackie comes to the elbow, down the right side, off-balance shot off the glass. Boy, nice shot by Jackie. That snaps the scoring drought, but it lasted quite a long time. And the Rebels down 3, 35-32. They've got to shore up that three-point defense. As Dumont has the ball out top. Dumont spins, gets away from Johnson. Step-back three is no good. And the rebound to Shane Noel. Noel quickly front court down the left side. Noel gets fouled on the dribble with 4:44 to go. Hey, fans, remember, you can experience the excitement of Allegiant Stadium and the pageantry of college football with the UNLV Rebel football team starting on August 27th. Single game tickets are on sale now for the Rebels playing football at Allegiant. Visit UNLVtickets.com or call 739-FANS for more information. Rebels taking on Idaho State. Jackie Johnson inbounds to Rodriguez, who's back in the game. Out to Hall. Keyshawn feeds Noel. Noel comes left side to the elbow. Now down the left side. Puts up a scoop shot. Wild shot with the right hand. Didn't draw iron. Went over the rim. And Dumont comes the other way. Kicks the ball back to Woods. Woods drives right side. Woods inside. Has the ball knocked away. Rodriguez takes it away from him. Rodriguez quickly front court. Left side to Johnson. Johnson bulls his way in. Lays it up and in. Boy, physical play there by Jackie Johnson. Rebels back within 1, 35-34. Defensive stops turning into transition baskets. That's exactly what Kevin Kruger wants.
That's the type of team that they want to be. Offensively, making sure that they're getting their offense from their defense. Defensively, they've been better as of late. But another situation there in terms of Keyshawn Hall, opening up too much, opening up that gate, allowing that straight line drive. And one thing we're seeing is the guys aren't doing their work early. If the ball's opposite them, they're not midline. They're not in the middle of the floor trying to show that early help. So, again, those are things that they're going to get better at. They'll get more comfortable doing. But I think it's just going to be a work in progress. And obviously here we're a quarter and a half into it so far.
All right, timeout called by UBC with here in the second quarter. Rebels down 1, 35-34 on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.
Fenway Toyota brings you UNLV basketball. Here's John Sandler and Curtis Terry.
4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Rebels down 1. UBC with the ball. Step back shot from the left side by Matthews. No good. Rebound to Maloka. Good defense there. And now a foul in the backcourt. Dumont fouling Keyshawn Gilbert. And I agree with you, Curtis. I think the T-Birds are trying to play a little extra physical just to kind of prove themselves on the court.
And let's be real. They know good and well the travel struggles that the Rebels had.
Oh, absolutely.
They know that the Rebels didn't get here until late this afternoon. They know they sat at the airport yesterday for about 5.5 hours. So, again, they know what they're trying to do, trying to take advantage of a situation. And one thing I do want to point out, not to make excuses, this is the first time the Rebels have had a chance to go up and down consistently like this in a real game situation. Obviously, they've scrimmaged against each other. But once you get out here, it's a little bit different, and you're trying to run your full-court offense. You're trying to pick up full-court defense. So I think conditioning, they're going to get better as we go through this week.
All right, Keyshawn Gilbert lost the ball out front, gets it back, gives the ball to Rodriguez with 7 on the clock, out top to Jackie Johnson. Johnson, top of the key. Jackie to the elbow. Jackie steps inside, kicks the ball out to Rodriguez. A three from the left side is good. Nice drive and kick by Johnson, and Rodriguez knocks it down. Rebels back out in front, 37-35. They've scored 7 straight points. 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. Stay tuned at halftime. You'll hear more from different running Rebels, trying to give you a flavor and an introduction to this roster for this 22-23 season. Woods drives right side, stops. He traveled, it wasn't called. Underneath to Jerome, who lays it in. Jerome able to sneak on the baseline, and a nice pass by Woods there. Quickly up ahead, Rodriguez. Rodriguez kicks the ball out to Johnson, fakes the 3, steps inside, fakes the 2, curls underneath the basket, and stepped on the end line. Jackie just holding the ball a little too long there. McCabe in for Gilbert, Webster in for Rodriguez. With 2:49 to go, we're tied at 37.
I will say it's going to be nice to have the luxury to be able to have a stable full of guys that you can just kind of rotate in. Like we talked about the line change jokingly, but the fact that you can just kind of substitute this guy in to play the wing, this guy in to play the wing to be the big, it's going to make this team a lot more flexible in terms of what they're going to do in attack.
Noel deflects a pass. It goes to Webster. Up ahead to Johnson. A three by Jackie off the back iron, no good. And the ball in the hands of Woods the other way. Woods going to drive right side. Woods puts off the glass too strong. McCabe is there, and they call a foul on Justin Webster very late. These are officials from the Canada West Conference. This is the conference that UBC plays in. 2:27 to go, tied at 37, and Woods, who has 11 points in the game to lead all scorers. Sandu has 10. Misses the free throw. For the Rebels, Johnson with 6, Gilbert with 5, balanced scoring throughout.
How many teams can you name from the Canada West Conference?
2. Are the Calgary Dinos in it?
Yes.
So that's the Rebel opponent tomorrow night.
Okay.
We'll be on the air at 6:45. How about the Fraser Valley team?
Yes, correct. The Fraser Valley Cascades.
The Cascades. So I can name 3.
Okay.
All 3 of the teams the Rebels are playing on this trip.
The Manitoba Bisons.
We're not yet ready for the Manitoba
the
Bisons
Brandon
yet.
Bobcats.
All right. Free throw is missed. He missed them both, and we stayed tied 37. 2:20 to go. McCabe quickly in the front court. Right side to Webster, open for a 3, and Justin knocks it down. 40-37 UNLV.
Now, Justin, as a kid, has shot 34% over the course of his career from 3. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to catch and shoot. All these guys can drive. They're going to look to kick to him. He's probably the best standstill catch and shoot guy on the roster. He's just going to have to get comfortable not only just taking them, but get comfortable missing them, but get comfortable also making them.
David Muoka deflects an entry pass into the post, but as he caught it, trying to intercept it, his toe touched the sideline. So with 2:02 to go, Rebels up 3, 40-37. It'll be Thunderbird basketball. They put 14 on the shot clock. 2:02 to go in the second quarter. Rebels lead 40-37. Woods inbound from the sideline near us on the left side. Throws it into Wallach. Wallach cross-court pass out to Sandu. He shoots another 3. This one's no good. Mooka high in the air to grab the long rebound. Gives the ball to Shane Noel, the left-hander from the University of Arizona. Comes down the left side, shoots a 16-foot jumper. In and out, no good. The rebound taken by Sandu. Lizdek almost lost the ball, throws it out to Sandu. Bounce pass inside to Wallach, goes right around Webster. Justin with some struggles dealing with a bigger man on the post. 40-39 UNLV. On the layup by Wallach. Webster with the ball out top to McCabe. Justin out top left side. Jordan McCabe out to Shane Noel. Noel straight away with 5 on the clock. Stops at the elbow. He needs to shoot, doesn't realize it. Lobs to Muoka, and the pass is knocked away and stolen. Rebels, I really don't think they have an awareness of this 24-second shot clock, despite, I'm sure, the coach is talking about it. Sandup shoots another 3 as Muoka's again slow to get out there. And with under a minute to go, UBC back out in front, 42-40. I don't know how many times you let a guy just stand there and shoot a 3, but the Rebels haven't reached that limit yet, I guess. With 10 on the shot clock, Jordan McCabe dribbling out top, passes inside to Muoka, touch pass out to Parquette. Now to Noel, who shoots a 3. It's an air ball, but it's knocked out of bounds by UBC. And with 36 seconds to go in the half, the Rebels will have the ball out of bounds. A timeout called, I think, by Kevin Kruger. And we'll keep it right here. I want to remind you that we send thanks out to Thomas Dermatology, a full-service dermatological facility specializing in both cosmetic dermatology and skin cancer surgery. They also offer a full suite of med spa services, laser hair removal, tattoo removal, body contouring, and custom facials. You can call and you can schedule an appointment online at thomasderm.com. thomasderm.com, or by calling 702-430-5333. Thomas Dermatology. Well, I mean, you figure it's going to be a little ragged at times. You figure it's going to look a little pretty at times, and we've seen both as the Running Rebels trail 42-40 here in the first half. The defensive lapses have been allowing too many straight-line drives and leaving guys who have proven they can shoot, especially the big man Sandup, to be wide open and knock down threes. On the offensive end, the Rebels went through that scoring drought, but I think you got to be pleased mostly with the way they've shot the ball from the outside.
Yeah, and I think, offensively, the Rebels have had some bright spots. They're still going to continue to grow. I think defensively, those are going to be a lot of teaching opportunities for Coach Kevin Kruger and his staff to really get the most out of his guys moving forward.
McCabe,
side help.
McCabe throws the ball away. I don't know what they call there as Parquet knocked. Oh, he got him with the body, they said, on the fast break. McCabe with 2 on the shot clock tried to hit Muoka and threw it behind him. It resulted in a fast break for UBC, and Parquet got called for the foul.
You know what I was saying in terms of whether it's weak side help, bad closeouts, letting middle drives, just awareness on the floor defensively. Those are things that these guys, again, they've only been in the system. I mean, during the course of the summer, they had those 8 weeks that they got to work, and then you throw in 10 practices.
But those are mostly conditioning.
Yeah,
and
you're
like
just
that.
their individual skill work that you're trying to improve on, and then those 10 practices, you're trying to throw a lot together and give everything to the guys, so you have some type of a shell, offensive and defensive, come out here and execute. And so there's still a lot more room for growth with this team. But again, we're only a half into it. Still a lot to be had.
Both free throws missed. 42-40. Rebels with 10 on the shot clock. Under 15 seconds to go. McCabe catches left side. McCabe drives, comes underneath. Bounce pass is stolen. Jordan should have laid it in. Instead tried to throw a pass in the corner, and the defender was standing right there. 4 on the shot clock. Webster steals the ball, shoots it from half court. No good, and that's the way the half ends. 42-40. The Rebels are down by 2 at halftime. And now will collect themselves and see if they can shore up a few things. But the offense was fun, watching them score 40 points. Turnovers late, and it could be the guys getting a little tired, as we mentioned. We landed about, about 1, didn't get to the hotel till close to 2:30, 2:45. Grabbed a bite and basically
sat down for an hour. And then we got to,
and then headed here. Yeah. So it's a quick turnaround. Something I talked to a lot of the guys. Nobody's ever experienced it. And maybe it's showing a little bit as Rebels down 42-40 at halftime. We're going to take a break. When we come back, you're going to hear from some more Runnin' Rebels. Have that for you when we come back. Rebels down 42-40 at halftime. You're listening to Runnin' Rebel Basketball on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.
Runnin' Rebel Basketball is presented by Findlay Toyota. Now back to John Sandler.
Back here in Vancouver, beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. John and Curtis with you. Rebels down 42-40 at halftime. Quick look at the halftime stats for UBC. Sandu and Woods have combined for 32 of their 42 points, mostly on pretty wide open three-pointers. The Rebels have to find a way to stop that as they wind up shooting 33% from 3, but those two guys made 6 threes between them. For the Rebels, Jackie Johnson off the bench with 8 points to lead them. Keyshawn Gilbert with 7, most of those very early as he got up to a great start. 5 points for Luis Rodriguez to go with 3 rebounds. 5 points for Justin Webster as he knocked down a 3. 4 for Keyshawn Hall, the freshman. And then 3 each for Noel McCabe and Isaiah Cottrell, who got into foul trouble. Rebels shoot 45% from the field, 44% from the field, and 32% from 3. And Curtis, as I said, I think the biggest problem, lack of communication on defense at times, and then just some heavy legs, especially in that second quarter.
Yeah, I think that there's a number of different things I can factor into it. Like I said, the long day yesterday at the airport, the travel, the lack of downtime today, the conditioning, trying to get familiar with what you're being asked to do on both ends of the floor, trying to cram a lot over 10 days into 2 months worth of real practice before you go out there and play a real game. But one thing I want to point out that I think is interesting, just goes to show the kind of leadership he's going to be able to bring, is E.J. Harkless over here at halftime came over and talked to the refs and asked a question about the guys setting script picks in the backcourt and what they can or can't do. And I think the fact that he played 3 years under Coach Lon Kruger at Oklahoma, and played another year, his 4th year there, before transferring to UNLV. The fact that you've got that kind of guy that's going to be able to come over, have some leadership, try to talk with the refs, have that gamesmanship, to add that type of dynamic to your basketball team is going to be huge for them, especially when they don't really have someone that kind of does that already naturally.
Right, and Harkless is going to be a huge factor on this team,
of this team,
as is Vic Iwako, and the Rebels were without both of them.
You're talking about 2 guys that, when you talk about starters, 2 guys that are probably going to play a lot of minutes. You don't have them here. and they haven't been able to go over the course of the summer. That's two big pieces that you're going to be able to add to this mix that have familiarity with what Coach Kevin Kruger wants to do because they both played for his dad, Coach Lon Kruger at Oklahoma.
All right, Rebels are moving from our right to left. I think on YouTube it's going to be the other way. The camera's across from us. Keyshawn Gilbert with the ball, kicks it out to Rodriguez, thinks about the three, steps inside, feeds Keyshawn in the lane. Keyshawn kicks the ball back to Rodriguez. He'll rise up for a three. It's off the back iron, no good. Muoka battling for the rebound, able to steal it, and David kicks the ball out. Now a cross-court pass to McCabe. A three from the left side for Jordan McCabe is short. Luis Rodriguez, offensive rebound, but then loses it and throws it away. Quickly in the front court comes Akin Kumi. Akin Kumi double-teamed, almost lost the ball, throws a cross-court pass that is stolen by a very active Luis Rodriguez. Cross-court pass to McCabe. McCabe fakes a pass, comes to the elbow left side, throws a cross-court pass to Gilbert. Gilbert fakes the three and traveled. Keyshawn trying to be aggressive offensively, as we saw at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and they say pass up a good shot for a great shot. Sometimes the first shot you're going to get is going to be the great shot. 2 possessions ago, the guy just shot fake, pass it up, shot fake, pass it up. Somebody's got to step up there and be selfish sometimes. Otherwise, you get overpassing and you lose opportunities.
McCabe tips the ball away, loose ball on the floor, and it's knocked away again. McCabe grabs it, gives it to Gilbert, all alone underneath for the layup, and the Rebels tie the game at 42, a minute into the third quarter. FIBA rules 4 10-minute quarters and a 24-second shot clock that I think has confounded the Rebels a little bit. They're not used to having that short a time. Dumont drives, kicks it out to Woods, open for a three. He hit another one. Justin Webster late getting out there. 8.5 to go, 45-42, UBC with the lead. McCabe into the front court, hands to Webster. Justin across to Rodriguez, back to McCabe right side. McCabe drives right side, stops, gives the ball to Muoka at the foul line. Left side to Keyshawn Gilbert. Out to Webster with 7 on the shot clock. Webster to Muoka. Now to Rodriguez. Rodriguez a long three straight away. Back iron no good. And the rebound to Woods. Rebels have not had any luck penetrating with the dribble in this game except for Jackie Johnson a couple of times. Now a pass inside and a foul called on Keyshawn Gilbert, a push. Keyshawn picks up the personal. That's his third, and he'll head to the bench. Jackie Johnson will check in for him.
And you talk about, not being able to penetrate there in terms of shot fake, put the ball on the deck, drive, get the defense to collapse, kick it out. It's a situation where that's going to be things that are going to be left to desire for their offense as they continue to move forward and they continue to add layers to what they want to do offensively. So I think right now they've just got a very much of a shell package of what they're going to do offensively.
Woods gets free again away from McCabe and knocks down another three. And UBC with its biggest lead, 48-42. Jackie Johnson tries to answer. It's very short. And Woods grabs the rebound and heads the other way. Woods down the right side. Woods has it knocked away by Johnson. Great hustle by Jackie. Now he speeds up the floor. Over to Webster. Webster open for a three, and he knocks it down. Rebels get a big basket there, 48-45. Great hustle by Jackie Johnson. Now Dumont comes down the right side. Dumont into the lane. Out top to Woods. Woods goes right by Johnson. Out to the foul line. Out to a three attempt by Akekunmi is no good. And McCabe heads the other way. Rebels down 3. They were down 2 at halftime. McCabe to Muoka. Muoka, a little jumper from about 13 feet is too long. Sandup with the rebound. And during these stretches is when you see the Rebels kind of being a little bit tired. Nobody crashing the boards there.
And again, you talk about, we made a joke about it, as if it's humid in here and there's air conditioning. We've realized there's not any air. It's humid because it's been abnormally hot in this part of the country for the last couple of weeks.
Dumont drives right by Webster, kicks it out for a three, no good. But Akekunmi is able to grab the offensive rebound as he got position inside. And a lot of these hustle plays are going UBC's way. 50-45. Johnson with the ball out top. Keyshawn Hall is checked in. Now to Muoka. Muoka turns. Passes underneath to McCabe. Reverse layup by McCabe. No good. McCabe got knocked down. No call. And Dumont heads the other way. Dumont gets stopped. Cross-court pass to Sandup. Open for a three. In and out. No good. And nobody went for the offensive rebound. Picked up by Wallach. Kicks it out to Dumont, who's open for a three. And the Rebels, this film is going to be interesting because they are being completely outworked. And they're down by 8. 53-45. Offensive rebound hit the floor before Wallach picked it up. No Rebel even reacted for it. McCabe out top with 10 on the clock. McCabe to the elbow, down the left side. McCabe underneath. McCabe dribbling around, backs away with 4 on the clock with 3. McCabe drives. McCabe reverse layup, no good. Muoka battling for the rebound, but Wallach takes it away. Now Wallach gets knocked down, loses the ball. It goes to Sandu. Jackie Johnson steals the pass. He shoots a 3 and he hits it. 53-48. Rebels are down 5 after the 3 by Johnson. But whether it's tiredness or what, the Rebels being outworked. Woods, a very long 3 and another one. When are the Rebels going to realize that the guy is not missing right now?
No, the kid's hot. I mean, the kid's got 21 right now. He came out from the start of the game and made his first couple threes. Now he's just playing with confidence, and the basket's as big as the ocean. The Pacific Ocean, that is.
Johnson drives. Good feed underneath Muoka. Lays it up no good. Gets it back and lays it in. Nice play by David and a good feed by Jackie Johnson. Jackie's been the best player on the floor for the Rebels in this game. 56-50. Rebels trail. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Dumont out top right side. He gives it to Woods. Webster guarding him, and Justin has struggled. Woods again left alone. Shoots another 3. This one's long. Johnson rebounds and heads up the floor. Jackie into the front court. Jackie shoots a long 3 of his own, and he hits it. So Jackie Johnson answers Woods. 56-53 on a couple of long 3s by Johnson. Rebels back within 3 with 4:15 to go here in the third quarter. Dumont goes by Webster. Dumont drives, and a charging foul. Nice play there. Holding his ground is Jackie Johnson as he hit the deck hard.
Another thing to point out is there is no media timeouts that we're getting.
Right.
So, and you talk about just the flow of the game. In the college game,
constant, yeah.
In the college game, you're getting the under 16, you're getting the under 12, the under 8, the under 4. I mean, you're getting all these built-in timeouts to where you're going 3, 4. At the max, you get a 5-minute stretch of nonstop play. But also, I think games are officiated a little bit more tightly, and so therefore there's a lot of things where you can catch your breath and kind of, let me get my bearings, and okay, now I'm ready to go to get that second win. You're not going to get that in this situation.
4 new Rebels on the floor. Webster, the only starter still out there. Justin out top, comes left side, down the left side. Justin lays it up, missed the layup, but Parquet is there for the putback. 56-55 as the Rebels have gone on a run, have cut the lead to 1. Jerome back in the game for UBC into the front court. Gives the ball to Woods. Woods with Johnson on him now. Comes across the top of the key. Hall switches onto him. Gives it out to Lisdeck. Lisdeck drives, kicks into the corner to Jerome. Jerome. And a charging foul is going to be called on Jerome as Parquet drew the charge on the baseline. Jerome just could not stop in time. And the Rebels get the turnover. Down 1 with 3:31 to go. They were down 8 just a minute ago.
And again, we talk about Eli Parquet, and he had the putback here offensively off the Justin Webster miss. But this is a guy that was all Pac-12 defensively. And the things that he can do on the defensive end of the floor just shows his awareness there. He's taken multiple charges here tonight and just made the effort, and he can guard, so he's going to be a bright spot for this Rebels, not just defensively but offensively. He has the skill as well.
Johnson feeds Hall. Hall down the left side. Hall goes behind the back, spins again inside, puts it off the glass just a little too strong. Great moves, but just could not get it to go. Quickly the other way, Woods. Woods on the left side. Woods comes left side. Woods in the lane. Double clutch shot off the back iron, no good, and a late whistle. A foul on Keyshawn Hall. With exactly 3 minutes to go. Rebels huddle at the foul line. 56-55, Rebels trail. Woods will shoot 2. And I think that's a great point. The 24-second shot clock, the pace of the game a little bit wild and ragged at times, and no media timeouts. These guys are having to dig deep today.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not opportunities to really kind of to weather the storm that you naturally would get in the course of an NCAA college basketball game. But again, not making excuses. There's just a lot of factors that go into things like this. Again, it's the first time these guys have played together against another team. It's easy when it's fun, it's pick up, and you're playing running down, and you scrimmage for 15, 20 minutes here or there. But it's a whole different concept. And you talk about you're returning a team that went, they go 19-5 last year. They went 11-0 at home. They won the Canada West Conference.
Yep.
This is a team and a program that has a lot of success and is one of the most storied programs in college basketball in Canada. So it's not a surprise of what they're doing, and they return a good portion of their group.
58-55. Noel front court as both free throws were made. Webster now to Johnson. Johnson out top left side. Johnson drives left side out to Isaiah Cottrell. Cottrell back to Johnson on the left side, and he's standing on the sideline as he catches the ball. So some unforced errors, not unexpected. Now Keyshawn Gilbert will check back in for Justin Webster.
And when we talk about a situation like that, now we're playing the international line. It's a little bit further than the college three-point line. So when you're going to spot up, it's closer to the sideline. These are things that you don't trust me. The average fan's not thinking about these things. These guys probably aren't thinking about it, but now they're like, oh, man, now I get it. So, again, these little adjustments are going to continue to get better as we progress through this week.
Rebels playing good defense against Lizdeck. Lizdeck dribbling for about 20 seconds almost. Now over to Woods. Woods right side, watched by Parquet. Parquet, as he rises up to shoot a three. Long rebound to Jackie Johnson. Jackie drives. Jackie lays it up and in. Wow, is Jackie Johnson powerful and fast.
Lightning fast. Shot out of a cannon down the court, finish in transition.
58-57. Rebels back within one. 2:05 to go. Lizdeck drives left side. Kicks the ball out to Sandup, and an illegal screen. No basket on the made three. Illegal screen as they stepped in and knocked Keyshawn Johnson around as he tried to get out on Sandup. And a good call by the official. Rebels with a chance to reclaim the lead here. Down one with 2:01 to go in the third quarter.
And sometimes that's all it takes is making that extra effort to try to get to the closeout, to try to get around that screen. Because most times the offense player is going to try to take a shortcut. In this case, Keyshawn's able to pick up that foul.
Keyshawn with the ball left side. Keyshawn across the foul line, stops. Looking for someone to get it to. Out to Johnson. Fakes the long three. Jackie back to Keyshawn. Open for a three. Keyshawn's three is an air ball. Short. Taken out of the air by Matthews. Matthews gets it back from Woods. Right side to Jerome. Down low to Sandup with Keyshawn on him. Cross-court pass to Woods. Another illegal screen. This time on Lizdeck as he knocked down Parquet. It's a first game for us, too. Elijah Parquet, the all-defensive Pac-12 player from the University of Colorado. It's amazing to watch this team and how many interchangeable parts the Rebels have.
Crazy. And again, you're missing E.J. Harkless. You're missing Vic Iwuako. And it's going to be fun to see how they continue to progress. I think another thing to point out is that you've got a lot of guys that are originally from the West Coast here on this team, too. And I don't think that's something that we haven't had at UNLV in a lot of years. But to be able to have a lot of guys that are going to have a lot more pride being back home on the West Coast, getting that second opportunity to continue their college career.
Noel with 5 on the clock, just holding the ball. Noel puts it on the floor, gets to the foul line, needs to put up a shot, and the shot clock violation. No awareness. It's 24 seconds. It's not 30. And on that play, I think there was some miscommunication between Gilbert and Cottrell on the play they wanted to run. So the Rebels unable to grab the lead. Down one, exactly a minute to go.
Yeah, and again, I think another point we talk about these guys just getting used to each other. Shane Noel is a guy that committed late in the spring, early in the summer to come here, and when he did, almost everybody else was on campus already. I think he was the last one, aside from Carl Jones, to make it to campus to join his teammates. So again, trying to fill each other out is another thing in terms of something to take into consideration.
He also, remember, did not play, at all at Arizona his freshman year. He really didn't get in.
And it's just a situation where obviously I've got familiarity with him from him being from the Seattle area. My brother Jason Terry is the guy that recruited him to go to U of A. Jason left when to go to coach in the NBA when Shane was coming in that freshman year. But a lot of people that said that it was a system to where they had a lot of guys returning, but they said that he was one of the most talented guys on that roster. But then again, you're saying that he was playing behind guys that just this year were one was a lottery pick, another guy was a late first-round pick, and Dallin Terry. And so a lot of guys that he was playing behind, but a lot of talent there and a bright future for Shane Noel.
Jerome posting up, double team. Boy, he bulls his way in, missed the shot, and a foul or a ball out of bounds, I think off the run of Rebels. Terrific help defense coming over. Parquet, Luis Rodriguez combining on that along with Keyshawn Gilbert. So 12 on the shot clock, 50.9 to go. Rebels down 1.
And you think about when you throw Vic out here,
Oh
what he did last year when he first came in the game and how he just changed it by just his presence and his being vocal on the court, that's going to be huge when you have him paired out there with guys that are so athletic on the wings.
Nice drive and a teardrop shot by Jerome over Cottrell, who was coming over to try to help. Rebels closing out too hard on that three. And it's 60-57. Cottrell open for a three. Isaiah's three is good, and they've tied it at 60 with 27 seconds to go. And is there a foul away from the ball? Luis Rodriguez gets called for a foul, knocking Jerome down under the basket after the ball went through. So the basket counts. We're tied at 60 with 26 and a half seconds to go. Muoka checks in for Noel. As the Rebels, again, we didn't get a chance to talk about it too much. They've got Cottrell and Muoka, two bigs on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, and again, over the last couple of years, you haven't really seen that with UNLV having multiple bigs. I think it's something you're just going to kind of try out. David can play that more prototypical 5-man. You could put Isaiah at the 4. He can step out and shoot. But again, it's going to increase your defensive awareness and presence at the rim, allow you to rebound. But I think, again, Coach Kevin's just trying to just see what he's got, to see what can happen, to see how guys react, to see how they're going to bounce back from adversity and kind of tough situations. But again, excited to see what they can do because, again, talk about Vic, who's the most physical guy.
All right, Rebels with the ball after forcing a turnover. Keyshawn Gilbert has it knocked away. Keyshawn got mauled. Jerome the other way. Jerome steps through. Reverse layup is good at the buzzer, and it's a 2-point lead for the Thunderbirds at the end of the third quarter. So each team scoring 20 points in the third quarter, 62-60. UBC with the lead at the end of the third quarter, as the Rebels fell behind by a significant margin here in the third, able to come back thanks to some great shooting, great hustle by Jackie Johnson. And it should be a fun fourth quarter, down by 2. See if the Rebels can get a win in this first exhibition game. Down by 2. You're listening to Runnin' Rebel Basketball on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield. All right, back here for the fourth quarter. John and Curtis with you. 10 minutes to go. And the Rebels are down 2, 62-60. Keyshawn Gilbert watching Dumont bring the ball up. Dumont dribbling out top. Dumont down the left side. Kicks it out to Sandup. Muoka late getting out there. The long rebound on the missed 3 is taken by Parquet. Nice play. Parquet over to Luis Rodriguez. Luis drives, airballs the layup. Rebound to Sandup. Jerome able to control on the pass, so the Rebels missed their first chance to tie it up. Dumont kicks it to Woods. Woods, who has 23 points. The Rebels left him alone for a lot of threes. Woods dribbling, gives the ball out to Matthews. Matthews drives. Matthews runs right into. Oh my God! They called it a block. That's an absolutely horrible call. 9:24 to go, and it'll be free throws for Matthews. As Keyshawn's going to come out of the game with his 4th personal foul, which he did not commit.
Yeah, I don't think he liked that one.
I don't think anybody who knows anything about basketball liked that one. Matthews shooting free throws, makes the first 63-60.
Another thing I noticed, and guys aren't just trying to figure out the teammates, they're trying to figure out what shoes that they like to hoop in too. I know a lot of guys from when we watched them over the course of the last couple of weeks, they've had different kicks on. Some guys started the game, and at least 4 guys that I know for sure went and switched at halftime. So again, just trying to figure out how you're going to be comfortable in this new season.
64-60. Both free throws are made. McCabe hands the ball, and a bad pass. Luis Rodriguez is stolen by Jerome, and Luis comes back and knocks the ball out of his hands. Great hustle there by Luis Rodriguez after the poor pass. And just miscommunication there, he and Muoka. But it will be UBC ball, baseline right side under their own basket. Ball comes into Sandup right side, hands to Dumont. Dumont reverses to Woods. McCabe does a good job to fight through a pick to get out to him. Ball into Sandup, turns to face on Muoka. Double team, cross-court pass to Matthews. Now to Dumont. Dumont shoots from the left side, and a foul's going to be called on Luis Rodriguez. Luis, I guess, got him with the body. And more free throws coming up. 8:55 to go. Rebels down 64-60 here in the fourth quarter. We will have a visit with Kevin Kruger after the ball game on our abbreviated Runnin' Rebel wrap-up show as the free throw rolls in. The other thing to keep in mind is, as you mentioned, Curtis, both free throws made 66-60. Rebels haven't worked on offense very much at all.
No, you don't have time to.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing you got to do is come out here and play defense so you know how to guard people. And your offensive playbook is so in-depth, so complex. You don't have time to put it all in, especially when you don't have everybody out here that's going to be healthy and playing.
Cottrell launches a 3, no good. McCabe steals a pass underneath after the airball 3, and Jordan gets fouled. Nice hustle by Jordan McCabe. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Rebels haven't shot very many free throws tonight. Rebels This will be their actually no free throws here. This is a non-shooting foul, so it'll be Rebel ball out of bounds. Jackie Johnson checks in for Isaiah Cottrell. I don't think Kevin Kruger liked that shot attempt by Isaiah. 8:38 to go. 14 on the shot clock. Rebels down 66-60. Rebels have not scored in the first minute and a half here of the fourth quarter. McCabe into Rodriguez on the right wing, out to Mwoka. Mwoka trying to figure out who to get it to. Gives it to Jackie Johnson. Jackie with 7 on the clock. Jackie drives. Lob to Mwoka, who wasn't ready for it, and has the ball knocked out of bounds, but only 2 on the shot clock. So there's an example. Jackie Johnson driving through a lob to David Mwoka, and David wasn't ready.
Too unselfish. I mean, in that situation, Jackie, the whole course of the game, he's gotten in there. He's looked to finish. In this case, looked to pass. You got to take what the defense gives. You can't predetermine.
2 on the clock. Inbounds to Rodriguez. Shoots a 3 from the left side. Barely drew iron. And that's just, I think, tired legs there, trying to get that shot off. Jerome into the front court to Woods. Woods dribbling out top. Comes left side, shoots a 3 over Mwoka from long range. David just gave him too much room, and he hit another one. He's got 26, and it's 69-60. Jackie Johnson tries to answer, no good. And the Rebels just not running any offense. I think they are just out of gas.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go, 7:45 to go, down by 9. Woods, who has absolutely lit it up. 26 points. Almost all of them on threes. Cross-court pass to Dumont. His 3 way long. Rebound off the backboard. Jackie Johnson picks up the loose ball, flies into the front court. Jackie on the left side drives. Jackie underneath. Puts up with the right hand. No good. He got fouled. It wasn't called. And Dumont the other way. Dumont down the right side.
Las Vegas
Dumont
never sleeps.
has it blocked by Luis Rodriguez. McCabe grabs it up ahead to Johnson. Jackie wide open for a 3.
Oh, no.
It's no good. And the Rebels not running any offense at all. 7 minutes to go, down by 9. Dumont again. Working out top. It was interesting. Kevin Kruger kind of just stood and watched most of the first half to see what the guys would do. Now much more active. Woods is going to throw it up from a mile away. This one barely drew iron. If that went in, we might have gone back home.
Oh, God.
Rodriguez, a 3 for Luis. That's no good. Rebels have missed their last 6 or 7 shots. And most of them have been just sort of threes thrown up very early in the shot clock. Dumont, watched by Parquet. Now out to Jerome. Now down low to Sandup on the right side. Sandup back to the basket. Jackie Johnson comes in from behind and knocks the ball away. Jackie down the left side. Put the ball behind his back. Lost it. Knocked away. Gets it back. Gets it underneath the Parquet. Parquet has it blocked by Woods. He's looking for a foul call. The Rebels come up empty again. Woods the other way. Woods goes by Parquet. A floater is short. Rebound grabbed by McCabe. Jordan McCabe with under 6 to go, and the Rebels down 9. So Rodriguez drives, reverse layup is good. That snaps a long scoreless drought for the Rebels, and timeout called by Kevin Kruger to get some subs in because his guys don't have anything left in the tank.
I'm tired watching them run. I'm tired watching them run up and down the court tired.
Absolutely. So 5:49 to go, 69-62. Rebels trail. We'll be back in 60 seconds. See if the Rebels can mount a comeback on these very tired legs. Down 7. You're listening to Run Rebel Basketball on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield. All right, back here, John and Curtis with you, 5:36 to go. Offensive foul, a push called on Woods after UBC missed a 3, and the Rebels Keyshawn Hall just stood there and watched the offensive rebound be taken away. And Keyshawn, that's a learning moment for a freshman. It's not like high school where you can take a play off.
No.
5.5 to go. Rebels with the ball. Keyshawn Gilbert back in the game. Comes down the left side. Keyshawn stops, puts up a floater short. Mwoka puts up an offensive rebound short, and it goes out of bounds. All of these shots coming up short, and all that means is tired legs.
Yeah. tired legs. And again, it's not like it was a long flight, but the fact that the guys
we were in the airport for 6.5 hours yesterday.
No,
We got to the airport.
I know. I'm just saying, but it's not because you flew, but it's just because of all the sitting and standing around. And this morning, got to the airport at 7, supposed to leave at 9:30, didn't take off till close to 11. So again, there's just a lot of time that just was spent on your feet and not resting.
Woods almost loses the ball, gets it back, kicks it out to Sandup. Sandup top of the key. Left side back to Woods with 7 on the clock. Long three for Woods is short. Sandup is there for the rebound. Nobody blocked him out. It's going to be a tough film room for the Rebels tomorrow.
Ooh.
Hall the other way. Keyshawn in the lane, kicks it out to Cottrell. Cottrell back to Johnson. 4:45 to go. Johnson through traffic, now backs away with 10 on the shot clock. Jackie going to shoot a 3 straight away. No good. Short. 71-62. Rebels trail. Matthews in the front court. Down low to Wallach. And Wallach, offensive foul. Put an elbow into Keyshawn Gilbert. 4:28 to go. Rebels down 9. And Rebels are, as my wife likes to say, they're on W. It's not E, it's W. You're walking. 4:25 to go. 71-62. Keyshawn Gilbert front court.
That's a good one, Sherry.
Atta baby. Keyshawn working out top. Steps through. Bounce pass to Cottrell. Cottrell gets fouled. Nice little pick and roll between Keyshawn and Isaiah Cottrell. And Cottrell will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws with 4:14 to go. The Rebels down 71-62. Well, I think Jackie Johnson has shown something tonight that the Rebel fans are just going to love. His hustle, his quickness, and his strength.
Yeah, he plays with a lot of fire. I mean, offensively, he can push the ball in transition. He can attack in the open court, go get himself a bucket. Defensively, we saw him chase somebody down and poke one away. Again, the kid brings a lot. He's still going to have to learn and pick and choose his spots of when to look for his own shot, when not to settle for that 3, because you can get those kind of shots anytime. But it's a dynamic of what the Rebels haven't had from somebody in the backcourt that's quick, that's fiery, that just gets after it.
All right, both free throws are good by Isaiah Cottrell. 71-64. Dumont dribbling through traffic, feeds Wallach. Back to Dumont for a 3, no good. Webster has the ball knocked away, and now Cottrell blocks the putback attempt. Quickly, Gilbert gives it to Justin Webster. Webster, Euro step off the glass and in. Nice move. Rebels with 4 straight points. Under 4 to go, 71-66. Full court pressure for UNLV. With 3:45 to go. Now they back out of it. Johnson hounding Woods. Woods back to the basket. Turns now. Drives down the right side. Pushed off. Puts it high off the glass. No good. Justin Webster the rebound. Webster with 3.5 to go and the Rebels down 5. Webster to Cottrell in the right corner. Isaiah going to drive baseline. Spins back to the basket. Steps through. Lays it up and missed the layup, but Rodriguez is there for the putback. 71-68, and it's a 1-possession game as the Rebels have scored 6 straight points. Ball on top, Dumont. 3:05 to go. Dumont with Gilbert watching him. Gets a screen. Dumont comes left side. Dumont stops in the lane, traveled, and then finally they called it. I think they were waiting for him to stop sliding. That was the reason they didn't blow the whistle.
Waiting for something. And we got to point out, I mean, obviously, James Woods, he's had a heck of a ball game. He's put up 26 points. He's hit almost everything from the outside. But you've seen the last couple possessions when they've been looking for him to go get something done. He's tired.
Yeah.
His legs are getting heavy. Every time you see him, he's grabbing his hips. Kind of the international sign of I'm tired. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they finish this game offensively.
Gilbert with the ball, under 2:50 to go. Keyshawn drives. Keyshawn flips the ball to Johnson for a 3 from the corner. It's no good. Jackie a chance to tie it there, but threw it a little bit too hard. And Lizdeck into the front court. 2:37 to go. 71-68. UBC with the lead. Lizdeck dribbling out top. Lizdeck comes left side. Keyshawn all over him. Out to Wallach. Now Sandup, a 3 and a foul on Luis Rodriguez. Luis really upset with that foul call. Sandup's going to get 3 free throws.
I think that's a tough one. I think Luis was in really good position defensively. And it's a matter of Sandup all he's done is catch and shoot threes.
Yep.
And so he was there on the catch, and when he went to his motion, he just went straight up.
Luis said he had his hand straight up, but
Yeah.
there was contact. Sandu makes the free throw, 72-68. 2:25 to go.
I'm not the judge nor the jury. I'm just a guy giving his opinion.
Sandu makes the second. He made 3 free throws in the first half. It looks like he's going to do it again here in the second, 73-68. .225 to go. Rebels down 5, about to be 6. It is. Timeout called by Kevin Kruger. So down 6, 2:25 to go. Great experience for this Rebel team. Down late in the game. 2:25 to go, down 6. See if the Rebels can get it done on the comeback after this on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield. Hey fans, your UNLV Runner Rebels return to the Thomas and Mack with tickets at all new low prices. That's right, season tickets for Runner Rebel basketball have been, the price has been lowered significantly. Sit close to the action as head coach Kevin Kruger leads the team in his second season. Visit UNLVtickets.com or call 739-FANS. Get your season tickets. The ticket prices have dropped, and a chance for you to get in and get those seats as this program starts to rise again.
Yeah, and kudos to Coach Kevin Kruger. That's something that he wanted to do last year, wasn't able to do so. Made it a big point of emphasis to make tickets more affordable for families. Chris Giese in the ticket office at UNLV, great job for them and everybody in the athletics department to be able to make it more affordable to come to Runner Rebel games because these guys are going to deserve your love and support. But great job by that group to be able to get that done going into the season.
The Rebels rolled the ball in and they started the clock, and that clock shouldn't start until someone touches it. So now they got to put 5 seconds back on the clock. As UBC will pick up with a little bit of full court pressure just to make sure the Rebels get the clock started. All right, here we go. Keyshawn Gilbert with 2:15 to go in the front court. Keyshawn drives down the left side, and an illegal pick's going to be called on Elijah Parquette, and that might be the turnover that the Rebels could not withstand if they were going to come back. 2:15 to go. Elijah moving on that pick. And that's, again, communication. Guys haven't played together much. Keyshawn maybe cutting when Elijah wasn't expecting it. Gilbert has Lisdek into the front court. Rebels down 6, 2:05 to go. Lisdek bounces to Sandup. Cross-court pass out to Woods. Woods drives. Woods has it knocked away by Parquette. It goes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down the right side for the slam dunk. So with 1:50 to go, Rebels cut the lead to 4, 74-70. Lisdek down low to Sandup. Ball knocked away by Rodriguez, and a foul's going to be called. Luis coming around and maybe over the back a little bit of Sandup, and I think that's free throws for Sandup in the penalty. 2 free throws for Sandup, who hasn't missed.
There's international rules right there. You're shooting free throws. Shooting 2 free throws at 5 fouls in a quarter.
So 74-70, and Sandup, as I said, been brilliant from the line to this point. 1:46 to go. Rebels down 4. And he misses it. Kurt Gowdy.
Kurt Gowdied him.
Kurt Gowdied him.
Way to go.
Just want to hone those skills to be used in the regular season.
Hey, we got to practice too now,
This
John.
doesn't matter.
This is an exhibition for us as well. It's John and Curtis's Canadian exhibition tour.
We'll be back with you tomorrow night. Rebels taking on the Dinos of the University of Calgary. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock with the first tip. Rebels better get some rest.
Yeah.
Second free throw good. 75-70. Keyshawn Gilbert front court. Right side to Jackie Johnson. Throws it out to Rodriguez. Thinks about the 3. Over to Parquette. Parquet drives. Parquet got fouled. It wasn't called. Throws up a wild shot. He missed it. Well, the Rebels are also getting a taste of a little home cooking tonight as he got absolutely mauled. 1:20 to go. Down by 5. Woods dribbling out top. Watched by Webster. Justin struggled with him in this one. And now offensive foul drawn, another one by Keyshawn Gilbert. Is that the 3rd or 4th charge he's drawn in this game?
He stepped in there for quite a few. I mean, they know they haven't. He hasn't gotten all of them, but that's at least number 3.
And it should be 4. There was one that was called a block. All right, 1:15 to go. Down 5. Still plenty of time. UBC shooting free throws on any foul, as are the Rebels. Each team now with 5 here in the fourth quarter. Gilbert will bring it up. Interesting, Keyshawn running the offense right now. Keyshawn flying down the right side. Keyshawn stops. There's a pass out to Parquette, out to Rodriguez. A 3 for Luis. Might have been deflected. And Luis saying he got hit on the hand. It was an air ball. Huh? Rodriguez feeling very put upon here in Canada. He hasn't liked a lot of calls. So minute 5 to go. Rebels still down 5. Luis saying, look, I'm not going to shoot an air ball unless either the ball's deflected, and that way it should be Rebel ball out of bounds, or I got fouled. Dumont front court. Over to Woods. Woods spins, drives on Johnson, puts it off the glass short. Rebound to Johnson. Jackie quickly in the front court. 3-on-1. Right side to Webster. Webster lays it up, missed the layup, and he got fouled. 48 seconds to go. Justin Webster will go to the line for 2 free throws, trying to make it a one-possession game. .48 seconds to go. Justin Webster, who, as you said, Curtis, his shooting is going to be really important for the Rebels this season.
Yeah, he's going to have to be able to loosen up the defense for his teammates. Someone that's going to consistently draw attention in transition, running the lane, spotting up at 3. But again, it's going to come in due time with these guys offensively.
First free throw is good. 48 seconds to go. Justin's second is good. 3-point game with 48 seconds to go. Jerome in, and Akin Kunmi comes out. Can't play with 6, even in international.
No. Oh.
All right, Rebels down 3, 48 seconds to go. Dumont will bring it up against Keyshawn Gilbert. Keyshawn, another screen, but this time they told him it was coming. Sandup out top. Now to Jerome. Jerome goes left side, stops, picks up the dribble. Rebels have really picked up the defensive intensity and steal the ball. Pass up ahead to Webster. Webster open for a 3. Justin's 3 is short. Had a wide open look and couldn't knock it down. Woods the other way with 20 seconds to go, and Woods gets fouled. The foul on Parquette, and it'll be free throws for Woods. So Webster had a wide open look, and he's frustrated. Had a chance to tie the game, and that might do it. 21 seconds to go, and Woods going to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, in that situation, he could have kept it running and got the layup. Or do you pull out and shoot that 3? I mean, I'm okay with that in this situation.
I am too. Great defense to force the turnover.
Yeah, yep.
And now Woods trying to make it a 2-possession game with 21 seconds to go. Rebels in Calgary tomorrow night. Free throw is good, 76-72. Stay tuned. Run a Rebel wrap-up, abbreviated version, but we will have an interview with head coach Kevin Kruger after our break. Kevin finding out if he has any timeouts left. You're limited to the number of timeouts you can call in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter in international rules. You can't call more than 2. I think the Rebels just have 1. So I think Kevin has 1 left. 21.1 to go. Second free throw by Woods is good. So 77-72. And Kevin calls timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Want to remind you, you can get women's basketball season tickets. Lady Rebels, great year last year.
Shout out to Coach Lindy LaRock.
Lindy LaRock leading the way and looking to continue their winning ways at Cox Pavilion this fall. They were the conference champions. Season ticket holders get a free Lady Rebels jersey. Visit UNLVtickets.com for ticket information and get your tickets for Lady Rebels basketball. Could they turn that mic up any louder?
I'm sure he could. He's doing his best Chet Buchanan right now.
Hey,
He's
know what?
PA announcer. He's the hype man. He's doing a heck of a job, too.
Well, I got to give him credit. Big crowd. Looks like probably close to 2,000 people in here. And this is a big deal for them to play a team with the brand name of the Runner Rebels. And give them credit. They battled, and they have a 77-72 lead. Rebels with the ball with 21 seconds to go. Rebels on the floor, Johnson, Gilbert, Parquet, Webster, and Rodriguez. So Kevin Kruger has 5 guys who could shoot out there on the floor, although Parquet not really known for that. All right, Johnson has the ball, under 20 to go, down by 5. Johnson out top. Johnson drives left side. Johnson underneath. Johnson high off the glass, no good. And the rebound taken by Jerome, and I think that's going to do it. He'll get it out to Woods, under 10 seconds to go, and the Rebels will foul him with 3.7 to go. And the Rebels will lose this first exhibition game. They got tired. Give credit to the guys who've been on the floor here in the fourth quarter. They have really laid it on the line. But I think the combination of UBC really with some hot shooting, and Woods with 28, about to be 30, and Sanduke with all those threes in the first half. The Rebels just didn't make the adjustments defensively, and they will learn a lot from this game.
And you said 6 hours at the airport yesterday, another 4.5 hours sitting at the airport today, plus a 3-hour flight. I mean, there's a lot of down idle time that's not relaxing the guys.
I asked almost every guy on the team when we landed in Vancouver, I said, you ever been through this? Landing and having to play a game in 4 hours. And they said, no, never, not since,
Never landing. Yeah, no.
All right, so both free throws are made, and that's the way the game ends as Webster misses a free throw. And UBC wins the game 79-72. And congratulations to them. It's a big win for them, and the Rebels are going to learn a great deal from this one. 79-72 is our final. We'll have a look at the stats and a visit with head coach Kevin Kruger on our Run and Rebel wrap-up show. That comes up next. You're listening to Run and Rebel Basketball on the UNLV Sports Network from Learfield.